there. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Jennifer Scott and welcome to my channel, J Scott Beauty. If you're interested in how I did this fall face look, then stick around. All right, then let's get started. I have on my base, brows, and bronzer, although I think by looking in the mirror, I could do with a smidge more bronzer. So let's do that. So today I started feeling fall-ish. I know you're like, girl, it's the end of November. Well, I'm always in denial when fall comes. Listen, I'm a huge fan of when the hot humid ends. I love that. I look forward to that so much. September makes me so happy, but I don't like to think of it as fall. And while everyone else is in like a pumpkin spice latte frenzy, I could give a crap. I still want to drink, margaritas and mojitos. But then Thanksgiving comes and I'm a bit shocked. Like, oh wait, there's no more leaves on the trees and I just served a giant turkey dinner. So yeah, we're really in fall. So feeling fallish today, I decided I want to do just a nice warm fall makeup look. So, oranges, browns, that sort of thing. And I'm going to go, with some of the things I've had for a long time and a couple new things. And I thought you might like to come along for the ride. As always, please excuse the hair. I can't seem to make good choices with it lately. I think I've become a bronzer addict. Like, I don't know when to stop sometimes. But maybe that's my problem with all makeup. Okay, so sticking with the face, I'm going into my Wayback Machine and going with my Becca Flower Child. So this is kind of like a corally type shade. I love it so much. As you can see, I hit pan on it quite some time ago. So yeah, I'm a fan. I love the finish of this. It doesn't sparkle, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it. So it's not completely matte. It does have a tiny mirror. I'm not into that. Big mirror, please. And I'm going to go just on tops of the apples of the cheeks and on top of my brow bone. I've been doing that lately and I kind of like the way it looks. I forgot how much color payoff this has. Now I do take it all the way around, so temples and all the way up into my hairline where I have my bronzer. I just think that that gives a nice cohesive look. There's no like stopping and starting. It's just a nice blend. Okay, just a little bit more. I mean, if you know me, you know I'm going to go over this with a finishing powder at the end, so it will dull down. Not to mention, what? Blush is always the first to go. A little bit on the tip of the nose and on the chin. So, voila! Instant warm face. Now, I can't tell you how many times I've used my blush as also an eye color. I just think it, keeps your face looking fresh and bright and cheery. Everything's cohesive. All you gotta do is throw on some lashes and lips and you're out the door. But today, not so much. I know when I get to editing, I'm gonna hate my hair, so who knows if this video will even see the light of day. All right, while I'm on the face, I've just got to do my highlight. I can't help it. I have fallen in love with this Charlotte Tilbury, the Film Star Bronze and Glow. I just think this highlighter is so underrated. Although it's not like, a bam screaming highlight. I just think it's like a beautiful lit from within. Although I'm very often lit from within. I just think it's so pretty. And throughout the day, I'll just like kind of catch a glimpse of myself here and there, and I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. And don't we all want that? I mean, it's been said for years that, we dress to impress our girlfriends. Well, every now and then, it's nice when you impress yourself. Yeah, I am so into the glow from this. And I like to keep buffing it in because I don't want to have that stripe on my face. A little bit there. So pretty, if I do say so myself. So my eyes are already primed with, you guessed it, my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I can't do my eyes without it. I'm going to go in with, you guessed it again, my Makeup by Mario, the Mattes palette, because, I'm addicted to it. I'm just going to do my transition shade. I'm going to start with the second shade right here. Just going to go right into the crease and just back and forth. Little windshield wiper motions. And now I'm going to circle, 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 because that'll buff the color out. That's what's going to move the color up the lid. I don't actually place the color high on my lid. I'm buffing out what I put right in the crease. And by doing these circles, it's going to move the color up the lid and diffuse it. So it'll be nice and soft. And of course I take it all the way in because I like it to blend into my nose. I don't like white spots. I just think, I don't know, sometimes it looks too choppy. Sometimes it's fine if it's done right, but I just want a nice blend today. Now, the farther up the brush that you hold it, the lighter your pressure will be. So your color won't be as intense. So you're not using as heavy a hand. If you are holding it way down here like this, you're really pressing, and that's going to kind of make your color more intense. I want a more diffused color, so I hold the brush more towards the end. And of course, these colors blend like a dream. Okay, so now I'm going to want to deepen up the crease, so I'm going to go in with this color here. I'm going with on a flat brush, and I'm getting the color just on one side, and I'm taking it straight in, and I'm just going back and forth, back and forth. So it's putting the color right in the crease, but when I turn the brush on its side, that will disperse the color and help fan it out and diffuse it. So first I put it in straight like this, and then I turn the brush like that to diffuse it. So we're going to diffuse this color right now. And if you notice, I'm not going all the way out to the corner of my lid. I'm kind of staying within like this area here. And this is how you get that smoky look. Because I didn't place the color up here, but by turning the brush on its side and moving the color that was in the crease, that smokes it out. And then I'm going to go back into the brush that I was using with the original color, and I'm just going to blend, make sure those two are seamless. All right, first two colors down. Now, as you can see, I have a kind of a smoky transition here, which I wanted because I want to be neutral yet warm. And what was nice, I don't know if you remember, this color I had originally said back when I first got the palette, it's kind of like a baby poop green. But when you put it on, it has somehow a gray undertone, and it makes a very nice like shadow. I really like how that looks. Now, I could just leave it like this, you know, do a little shadow like for a liner in the lashes and be done with it. But I'm feeling a smidge extra today. You guessed it, I'm going back into my Pat McGrath Labs because I told you I'm going to show you how I can make these crazy fun colors every day. And I'm going to go with this kind of orangey bronzy color up here. Now I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. I'm going to go in here, just dab a little bit. So remember, using the fluffy brushes helps the color to disperse and just blow out. It doesn't lay down a ton of color. It just gives you a little bit of the shade and a little sparkle and shine. So I'm actually putting this in the center of my eye. Oh, that's so pretty, because that's where I always want to sparkle and shine, is right in the center. And I wanted to see what color, like how this was actually going to show up on the lid before I did my outer corner color, because normally you would do your outer color first, but I wanted to see what this was going to look like, what it was going to do on the lid. And what's nice, it's kind of a duochrome, so the shade kind of shifts as I move my head, which when that catches the light, especially outside in the sun, gorgeous. Did I mention my husband and I are going to do some small business shopping today? Yeah, it's a Saturday and we live near an area where there's some shops, so we're going to do some social distant small business shopping. Yeah, I'm going to be looking a little crazy with my mask and my eyes, but who cares? This is for me. Okay, the same with the other eye. So just in the center where I want the shine. And honestly, you could do this as an all over lid color if you want to, you know, glam it up for evening. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Right now you're like, she's looking crazy. That's okay. All right, and then on the bottom here, there is this kind of like winey shade. So I'm gonna put that on the outer corner. All right, and I'm just gonna use this small, stubby Charlotte Tilbury brush because it'll let me place the color exactly where I want it, and then I can blend out from there. So I'm going to make basically like a triangle. So a line down and then make your triangle. And that's perfect for placement of the color. Now I'm going to take a slightly fluffier brush and just blend that in, or blend it out. And I am running it up just a little bit into the crease so that those will blend nicely. All right, now because I can't help myself, I'm gonna go back in here with my finger. Now, you know, that's gonna pick up more color. I just want a little more shine in the center of my eye, just a little. Just a little. Let's face it, there's not a lot to celebrate right now, so I'm gonna have a party on my eyes. All right, then I'm gonna go back into the Mario palette and I'm gonna pick up this here vanilla shade down here to do in my like inner third of my eye. So let's just brighten up the inner portion of the eye with a nice pretty matte shade. And just kind of blend that with our sparkly shade. And actually I wouldn't even call it sparkly. It's kind of more, it has a sheen. It's like a, because it doesn't have like pieces of glitter in it. It's just has a beautiful duochrome sheen. So there, now the inner corners, well, the inner third of my eyes are brightened up. I do want to blend that a little more. I don't want to look so crazy, like one stopped, one started. That's a little better. And I am going to take this darkest brown here and use that to line my eyes. I'm going to go just in to my lash line here and just darken up probably about 3/4 of the lash line. I don't want to do the whole lash line. I just want to do some of it like that. I think doing this step really helps my mascara like stand out even more. And of course I'm going to do under my lash line with this shade here on the end, just to make sure the eyes look completely warm all the way around. And then I just want to give one more blend all the way around, make sure everything is nice and cohesive. Pretty. And I'm going to curl my lashes, and I think I'm going to use my L'Oreal Lash Paradise. I'm feeling that way today. You know how I love me some big, bold lashes. Okay, lashes are done. Now I'm going to do my inner corner highlight. I'm going to go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. I like this also for an inner corner highlight. It's not as white as I sometimes use, but I think especially with this warmer look, I think the warmer highlighter is really pretty. And of course, I went a little ham with it. I just love an inner corner highlight. All right, now I'm gonna hit the brow bone with this vanilla shade here. And then I think our eye look will be complete. Okay, eyes done, now onto lips. So do you remember over the summer I bought this Laura Mercier shade in New Prefer because I thought it would be perfect for fall? Well, here's the face for it. So I'm gonna use kind of, what do I want to use for a lip liner? What do I want to use? Honestly, I'm just gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk because on my lip it's very neutral. And I think it'll be good with this shade. Now, a friend of mine asked the other day, you know, what are my favorite long wearing shades? And this is one of my favorite, but I am going to give you a couple tips to make your lips a little more long wearing. So first is put some foundation on your lips. Let's see if I have any left on my beauty blender. There, so I was just a little bit left on my beauty blender. A good foundation. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my lip liner. And I'm going to fill in the whole lip. Now you can skip this step if you don't have a lip liner, but I'm going to show you like everything I do to make it as foolproof long wear as possible. So foundation, line the lips, then fill in the lips with the liner. And that's one of the things I love most about the Charlotte Tilbury liners is that using them to fill in your lips, they are amazing for making your lipstick last longer. Okay, but that's not it. Now I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier lipstick. Now remember I told you this is one of those lipsticks that you don't need to be like, rah, rah, rah. Well, we're just going to dab it on. Pat your lips together. We're not done. Now, even though I don't have a lot on, I'm going to blot just gently. See, much didn't come off, but I just want to take off whatever's extra. Now comes the important part. Take a brush and any sort of setting powder that you have. Get your brush good and loaded, tap it off, and then tap your lips. I know, you're like, what? Trust me. Okay, so that's on there. Your lips are matted down, but that's fine. We're gonna go back in with our lipstick and pat it on again. Now these lips aren't going anywhere. I love to do this with all sorts of lipsticks, but especially we all have those shades that we just love, love, love so much, but they're so creamy that they kind of wear off real quickly. This is how you make it last. Of course, I need to go in with my finishing powder, the Hourglass Ambient Light in Ethereal Light. So just take this and kind of gloss over the face. It just somehow makes everything very cohesive and creamy. Oh, I just love this stuff. So pretty. See, now the blush doesn't look so crazy. Now here's where I go back and just fill in anywhere that I want to be a little more. And voila, there we have it, a warm, neutral fall face. Now I get it, the eyes might be a bit much for some of you. You don't have to use the same shades, you can use any colors you want, but the techniques are what are really gonna help you with using the flat brush in the crease and then turning it on its side to blow out your color, using a little bit of shine in the center of the eye, and placing your outer corner color in a triangle shape and then blending it. Those are all things, no matter what shades you use, will totally help give you a smoky eye no matter what colors you're wearing. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my fall face tutorial. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I love to chit chat with you guys. And as always, all the products I used today will be linked below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell for notifications. I upload 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 12:15. Thank you so much for being with me. Mwah.